Hey guys, Rexasol here and welcome to Update Monday on the 10th of May 2021. No, I didn't forget it was Update Monday today. The titular series of this channel, forgetting that it's Monday. Yeah, I did. Slightly, a little bit. It's also my late today. I should have done it earlier. Whoops. So I'm going to be working till late today, but hey ho. So, it's going to be a moderately quick, so I'm doing like 4 things at the same time. Big things that have been happening. Platinum trophied God of War yesterday after a long time attempting and failing, and it was fucking frustrating. Basically, there was a camera related issue in the game. Which meant that the final boss, the extra final boss, was very difficult, and it was made unnecessarily difficult. So it wasn't like because I was seriously underleveled or the fight was overly challenging. It was challenging. It was definitely a fun fight. But what stopped it from being fun was the fact that the camera was shit. Every time you locked onto this, basically it was a flying opponent. To an extent where she was on the ground for a long time but also flew in the air quite a bit. The camera lock on just dies as soon as they come off screen really quickly because the cameras in God of War is fairly slow, so it takes a while to follow through. So when she would fly up really high in the air really quickly to like get out of dodge, and you have to like dodge out of the way, the camera would just fuck up, and then you'd be like, I have no idea where she is. She's behind me somewhere. Like there's like a little arrow that tells you where the enemies are, but it's like pointless because you don't know the distance. So yeah, that was fun. Water tanks. It's just at the moment it's just like plodding along. It's not really much happening there. The new Apex patch has come out, and I haven't played it yet. Because when people invite me, I'm doing something else. That something else most of the time is watching the entirety of the MCU, which I finished more or less yesterday with Endgame. That film is powerful and so good. I absolutely adore that movie so much. Or playing Rome Remastered, which I'm really enjoying. That game is just so good, and it's like rekindling my childhood memories of the game, but in a way that's like I can't remember if I said it in my last Update Monday, or I discussed it with something else, but it's basically the idea that when you play an old game, you have that nostalgia hit where, oh my god, like this game's so good, I remember it from when I was younger growing up, it's amazing, and then you play it and it's like, it's definitely not holding up. Rome Remastered is the nostalgia holding up because it's been updated for all modern computers, so everything that you think, oh yeah, the game used to be like this, it is like this because it's been remastered, so that it still works exactly how it's supposed to, and it isn't shoddy. The camera work changes are incredible, and I'm just really enjoying my time with it, and it's very likely that I'm going to continue enjoying my time with it because it's just amazing. So hopefully I'll be able to get myself all the achievements on that game, because that's probably what I'm going to be doing. So I got all the achievements on Total War Warhammer. It took me 251 hours and 251.8 hours to get all the achievements on Total War Warhammer. I have a feeling it's going to take me much longer to get them on Rome, because the campaign is just infinitely longer, more difficult to get to the end stage, unless you're like cheesing it, but I kind of really like playing Rome Remastered in my way, like really slow paced. Build up your armies and go on an expedition out and then like invade the territory, and I kind of role play my way through it, and I've really enjoyed that. I may stream it one day. I may do a series on it, maybe like a narrative let's play of it. It would be really fun, but we'll see what happens with that, because it's a lot of work and I don't particularly care much about spending that much time doing things. Like the XCOM series took so long that I don't think I'll be coming back to like do that kind of series for a while, but games like Rome Remastered really make me want to do something like that. The other thing that's coming out on Friday is Mass Effect Legendary Edition. I've pre-ordered my copy, it's on its way on Friday, and I'm going to be playing the shit out of that game. I was asked, I think by Dragon, if I'm going to stream it, and it's very unlikely, mostly because I'd have to stream it from my PS5, which it's like I can't get my face up, I can't see the chat unless I got like the chat on the other side, and I'm just like, I just kind of want to enjoy the game. That's going to be interrupted several times because on the Saturday my brother's coming over, and on the Sunday we're going for a massive walk with my friend Matt and his girlfriend. So it's going to be like, oh yeah, I got the game, downloaded it, yay. Oh, I can't play it, fuck. But I've got the entirety of next week off, so it should be good. Going to be able to play then. What else has happened? We watched Desolation of Smaug yesterday, extended edition. I think what sums this up, I'm going to show you the text that my brother sent me after the movie. That film was bad, crying emoji. Never seen that extended edition before. I hadn't seen the extended edition either, and fuck me, was it trash. And I know that partway through the movie, so I'm doomsaying the entire trilogy so far because I read the book very recently on stream, and you should join me every Tuesday at about 4:30 BST for when I'm reading through the Lord of the Rings now, but I used to read The Hobbit. That's on Twitch, by the way, twitch.tv/Lord_Rexasaur. I'm sure Cucumber will enjoy my pushing him, watch me on time. I know you're working, but fuck it, take a day off just to watch me at the end of the day. Yes. What was I going to say? So I'm naysaying the entire trilogy because the trilogy's so shit compared to the book. Like, it's so bad. And it's so bad because I read the book very recently and I know how amazing the book is, and there was really no need to make the movies the way that they did, but they did. And if I was to take so partway through then Cucumber was like, oi dude, just chill, and I'm like, that's fair enough. This is, in the end, we're watching the movies, it's an enjoyable time. As much as I'm frustrated with it, fair enough. But objectively speaking, not even subjectively speaking, because it's my opinion, when you look at all the movies together, they're bad. They're just really badly filmed. Now, I'm not an expert on film making or whatever, but I watch like a lot of YouTube like film essays on certain films, why certain films are good, why camera movements, blah blah blah, what they mean, blah blah blah. So I it's not that I know exactly what I'm talking about, but I'm used to, like, I'm more versed in being able to understand why filmmakers do things a certain way. And this film just doesn't feel like anyone had any idea how they were going to film this film. It kind of was just like... Lord of the Rings was very interesting because the film itself, the trilogy itself, was filmed on several locations by several different directors or assistant directors who did their location shots, and then they all threw it back to Peter Jackson and his editing team, and they edited it all together. And it worked because they all had a similar idea and goal in mind, probably because Peter Jackson knew exactly what he wanted from the film, and along with his writing team, and so everyone had a basis and they knew exactly what they wanted. And this film, you can tell that that's not what happened here, and I know there's no fault of Peter Jackson in this end. It's the studio that pushed everything all over the place and wanted their things and their money, blah 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 blah. So whatever, but you can tell that this film was not filmed by people who had a united idea as to how these films should be portrayed and looked at and seen and consumed, and it just falls so flat. And that's the annoying thing, is that they kept some very interesting parts of the book which make no sense because they changed some stuff in the film, so it all just doesn't make sense. There we go. I said this was going to be a short one, and I ranted about The Hobbit for a while, but that's just going to be the same thing for quite a while. Yeah, what else? Is there anything else? I think that's everything, basically. Watch the MCU. I've given you a basic rundown of my life so far. D&D stuff still happening. We leveled up to level 3 on the Thursdays D&D, so that's going to be fun. My upgrade does fuck all until level 7, so it's going to be a while before I get the improvement on that. But the entirety of the party's getting level ups and stuff, and they're enjoying themselves, and in the end that's all that really matters. Because I'm going to get my time later on down the line. If they get theirs at the beginning and they can protect me, that's good. And then the Friday team, as I said, my brother joined my D&D sessions on Friday, which I DM. It's been great to have him along, and just the amount of shit that happens. This was quite a shortish session. They leveled up to level 7. It's quite a shortish session because of that, but they're about to go into the main like direction towards this like arc. So it'll be interesting to see what they come what they come upon. There we go. There's the word I'm looking for. Yeah. So that's that. I hope that you had a good weekend and that you're going to enjoy the week going forward. Yeah, have a good one. Remember, tomorrow, twitch.tv/Lord_Rexus, Lord of the Rings Chapter 2, maybe 3. They're quite long chapters in Lord of the Rings compared to The Hobbit. So the next one's like an hour and 5 minutes according to my Kindle, so we'll see. It's also very sunny all of a sudden. It was raining downpour this morning, but hey ho. So I hope you are all good, and I shall see you either tomorrow, around the week, or next week, where Update Monday will happen again. If I don't forget.